My daughter, she's like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, it wasn't it. So it has to come off again. It wasn't it. I'm gonna keep all these sticks though, because I think for a way smaller project, I think they're still fine. I really like them on my bookcase that I showed you. It just didn't work here. So I'm definitely keeping them. So right now, Emoline has Viggo on in her lap, because Viggo will definitely pick the sticks up and chew on them. So I don't want him to take them. So yeah, something else another time. And back when I glued them, I ran out of regular glue, so I just used glitter glue. So green, red, and blue glitter glue. Right now I am trying to come up with a system to cut this board into pieces so I have a lot of slabs. And I think I kind of got it. I made a template and I needed to figure out which way to turn this board to make the nicest cut, because this will just kind of shred and you don't want that. So I'm cutting from the back and that seems to work. So two things are at play when I do this. One thing is that the saw is not the best because it has a really rough blade, and so it shreds the board, and also it vibrates, which isn't good either, but this is what I've got. I saw that you could cut this with a knife as well, but it's just too many cuts to do that with a knife. I'm not even gonna go there because I want it as straight as possible. I am freestyling. I have drawn a line that I'm trying to follow, but I am still just freestyling. So I was trying to see if I could cut. I was trying to see if I could put my level on the board and just have the saw slide next to it, but I couldn't do that. So it is what it is, but I think I'm doing pretty good. I am going to attempt to do 4 boards at a time because I'm getting nowhere. It's gonna take way too long if I just do it one by one. So wish me luck. goodness, what a kickback. That was actually way easier. The vibration wasn't as bad. And I don't know why I'm doing it on the middle of the island. I have to push it back further towards here because I can't reach when I get up there. I don't know why I'm putting it right there all the time. But that's definitely the way to go because that was easier. But the kickback on it, that's not nice. It has done that a couple of times on me. I don't know why it does it. But I need to watch out for that. So I measured and found the middle of the board. And then I put my protector or angle. It's a 90-degree angle up here. I just put it on. And yes, I am starting in the middle. Oh, and also I used my level to make sure it was level. Because it's just easier to start up here. So I'm going for a herringbone pattern. And some might think that the middle is here. But then you would actually have two middles because you have the same pattern over here. So the middle is actually right between here, like this line right here and this line right here. Oh, so it's actually in here. So in this case, I have tried to make my pieces 10 centimeters and they're not. They kind of are. So I think they're 10 point something because it was really hard with the saw and I was freestyling. So I will have to measure. Let's see what happened to the one that I measured. Well, anyway, so I will have to measure 5 centimeters down here and approximately 5 centimeters in here, and then that will go on the middle line. So I have marked about 5 centimeters here and up here, and it will go right here. And then on the back over here, I've drawn a line. As you can see here, I just turned it around. And that is actually, this one right here is actually a 45-degree angle because you have a straight board going at a 45 angle here. It will be a 45 angle right down there. So that will make a pretty easy cut on a saw. So I'm basically just trying to cut them all at once. And I don't want any pieces jumping in my face, so I just taped it. But as you can see, it's a pretty straight forward 40-degree angle cut. I'm making it a little smaller than what I drew because I drew on the outside of the board on the wall. And look at that, it sets perfectly on here. So I got the first two in, and yes, it does look crooked, but if you come on up close, you can see you have like a little triangle here and a little triangle here that passes the midline. So it is actually in the middle now. And yes, I did take off my ankle here and move it 5 centimeters over because I needed to adjust the beginning of it. And now it's really just a matter of stacking them. Small gaps will occur. That's a given when you freestyle. When you freestyle all the cuts like I did, it's impossible to cut straight. So yeah, just the way it is, and I'll caulk them afterwards, and then, you know, it is what it is. Alright, so I am halfway done. And it's time to call it a night. It's dark outside and Valdemar went to bed, so I can't be noisy anymore. And I guess the glue has to dry anyway on the top part before I can move downwards. Yes, I am sitting in the bathroom, and yes, this is the toilet paper. The thing is, Valdemar is sleeping, so I needed to find a room where I wouldn't, where he couldn't hear me. So if you're planning on doing a project like this, or you're just dreaming about it, just go ahead and do it. It's really not that difficult. You can get a lot of good ideas from, you can Google, from YouTube, from Pinterest, and you can often get far with few tools. But of course, if you only have few tools, you also need to adjust your expectations for the outcome, because the fewer tools, the less precise you will be, and you will be able to see that on the result. But also remember that if you do a project, that it's not always about the outcome. Sometimes it's also about the journey, what you learn along the way. And sometimes the first time you do something, it's not perfect. So this is my second time doing herringbone, and I knew that I will get in trouble pretty fast because I freestyled sawing, and I did, which is also why it's a really good idea to start from the middle, because if you start from the bottom, it will get more and more crooked as you go. But from the middle, it won't be as bad. And also I'm going to paint it. Is way far from done. But always just remember it's a journey, and you're learning along the way, and learning is fun. So if you want to do a project like this, just do it, and then adjust your expectations.